Welcome back, and we are watching the Premium Challenge Hong Kong of the 18th of September. So I'm Edward, commentating for you, and we are watching the top 4 match between Siu Ling Yi and Zheng Wei Yin. So, Siu was a player of the WCS 2016 in San Francisco. She finished day 1 with 4-3, and Cheung was invitee of the match, but he eventually didn't go to San Francisco. So we are seeing a very interesting team matchup between Seal and Chance. Seal was using a Big Six team variant with a very rare Bishop, while Churn we could see is a X-ray team, Cernius Rayquaza teams, partnered with Scrafty, Gengar, Smeagol, and a very rare Seismitoad this time. Seismitoad has the abilities of uh, a swift streams, which could be very beneficial. So the matchup with Kyogres. But as Seal doesn't have the Kyogre itself, is a big six, we could we may not see Chen use it in this match. So time is running short, and we're jumping into the match. So starting the top 4 match between Seal and Chance. So Seal leads with Kangaskhan and Bishop. Both are shiny and both have ribbons. So Cheung also has a shiny Pokemon, and it's a shiny Smeagol and a Xerneas. So what would both sides do? The use of Bishop is quite interesting indeed, and the Iron Hand itself couldn't really knock out Xerneas with one hit, but it does threatening the Bishop, and the Sucker Punch itself is quite useful too. So what will we see in the first turn? We'll be expecting a fake out, or even a faster fake out from Kangaskhan, or even a faster fake out from Smeagol this time. So Link's Kangaskhan, Magnet involved, and a child popped out from the punch. And we see a Dark Void without any. We didn't see any fake outs from the Kangaskhan. So this is a Scarf Smeagol. Once again, we're featuring Scarf Smeagol in the match. Geomancies from the Xerneas, boosting the special attack, special defense, and the speed by 2 stages. And the Power Herb enables it, the boosting, to be effective immediately. So both Kangaskhan and Bishop have fallen asleep. Very good turns for Churn here. So what would Churn do? Because both Kangaskhan and Bishop have the opportunity to wake up in the second turn. So Smeagol switch out into End. Okay. Is a Scrafty intimidating on the Kangaskhan, while the divine abilities of the Bishop raised the attack by 1 stage, but a Dazzling Gleam knocked out the Bishop, and the Bishop is not a Focus Sash variant. Double Edge from the Kangaskhan, barely enough for half of the HPs, while Kangaskhan still stands with 1 HP here. Cheung, with the fake out pressure this turn, could do a variety of plays, including fake outs onto the Kangaskhan and the Moon Blast onto the other Pokemons of Seal. Seal used the Groundons. Groundon doing the primal reversions and bringing the desolate lands onto the field. So while we were commentating, we are joking about for every primal reversion we'll count 10 seconds down. It's 10, 9, 8, 7, 8, okay. So if both are using the dual primal teams, we could count down 4 times in total. It seems that both players choose the moves quite fast here. Will it switch out? Will the Kangaskhan switch out? Or it continues to attack? Or stays in the field to ensure the incoming Pokemon has a full health? So a protect from Groundons. And fake out onto it. Sucker Punch. Doing a very minimal damage to Xerneas. And Xerneas, without doubt, using the Dazzling Gleams, can knock out the Kangaskhan with ease. So, before fainting, the Kangaskhan do a very few damage to Xerneas. So every damage counts. So hope that these damage could really do things to Seal. But with a boosted Xerneas here and 2 Pokemons still up on the bench, the advantage still goes to Cheung's side. The Moon Seal's Xerneas survived the Moon Blast and doing a Geomancy here. I will see eruptions from Seal's Groundons. Oh, it doesn't knock out the Xerneas, but allowing Cheung's Scrafty to activate this eject button and switch into Rayquaza, and Rayquaza is threatening Seal's Xerneas with the extreme speed. And Cheung's Xerneas can do a Moon Blast on the Groundons very easily. And there was another joke that we the commentators, me and Hugo, was talking about, is because the 18th of September, the Mid-Autumn Festivals in the lunar calendar has just passed. In the Chinese traditions, we will be eating the moon cakes to celebrate the festivals, and the moon blast looks like the moon cakes itself. So we are joking that Groundons, it's time for you to eat the mooncakes. Alright, I hope the jokes is enough for the time being. So, Rayquaza Mega Evolving, bringing the Delta Streams to the field. Will we see the extreme speed here? Yes, we see the extreme speed. Onto the Xerneas, knocking it out. And Cheung's Xerneas using the Moon Cake Festival onto the Groundons. Groundon reveals Seal's Groundons reveals Earth powers onto the Xerneas, but that should mark the end of Game 1 as Cheung still have 2 Pokemons in his bench, the Scarf Smeagol and also the Scrafty itself. Both have the abilities to use the Fake Out, and the Fake Out Dragon Ascent should do a very fine job to finish these games. So Smeagol uses Dark Voice and the Rayquaza use Dragon Ascent into the Protect of the Groundons. Groundon trying to survive use the second Protect, but it fails, hoping that Jern would reveal more informations to her. But Dragon Ascent should be enough for the KOs, and the first game goes to Cheung. So it seems that the Scarf Smeagol, despite a diversified meta after the Worlds, Scarf Smeagol still holds very strong positions in the world. So, will Scarf Smeagol continues to bring disasters to Seal's teams, or the Scarf Smeagol would somehow miss 1 or 2 of his Dark Voice and creating opportunities for Seal's to revenge? So, you are now watching the top 4 match of the Hong Kong Premium Challenge on the 18th of September. On Seal Ling Yi's side, we have big 6 teams without Tenor Flames. Instead, she used a Bishop here. And the right hand side, we have Cheung using an X-Ray team featuring Gengar, Scrafty, Smeagol, and also the Seismitoes. We're hoping to see how Seismitoes works against the Kyogre too, so we'll see if Cheung makes it to the final. Will he use the Seismitoes? So we jump into the game directly, and Groundon. Oh, my mistakes. Somehow Seal should be using Tenor Flame instead of one of the Pokemons. Wow. Okay, I made the mistakes. Sorry about it. So the Groundon's Tenor Flame leads versus the Smeagol Xerneas lead here. And the Dazzling lands. Spring to the field. So there are several options for Seals to use, including a +1 priority Brave Bird onto the Smeagol. But Smeagol choose to use Fake Out instead. And another Geomancy on the Xerneas, boosting its fearsome special attack, special defense, and speed. And Seal. Let's see how Seal would deal with the monsters here. So, an Eruptions knocked out the Smeagol and doing about 40% of the damage onto the Xerneas. But is that enough for the KO next turns? Because we could see a Scrafty here. The Fake Out pressure is real, and Intimidate onto the Tenor Flames really does matter, because reducing you won't like Tenor Flame with a reduced attack on the field. But I don't think Seal has a very good answer switch to boost the Xerneas. So let's see what's incoming. So Talonflame is choosing its move. Maybe it's a tailwind, but fake out onto the fake out pressure. It's truly stands. We see a quick gut from the Talonflames to dodge the fake out from Scrafty, but Dazzling Gleam still do a massive damage despite is not an effective move onto both fire type Pokemons. And we see eject buttons on Scrafties. After the eruptions, Rayquaza coming to the field, threatening the +1 Brave Bird Talonflame with its extreme speed. So the most probable play from Cheung would be the extreme speed and the Moonblast. So how can Seal deal with it? That's quite interesting, because Seal has the advantage of having the 4 to 3 Pokemons at this stage. So Seal is thinking very carefully on what to do, hoping to bring the advantage back to his side, and we'll see the Mega evolutions from the Rayquaza into the Mega Rayquaza. The Mega Rayquaza soaring up to the skies and using the Delta Stream and extreme speed onto the Talonflame. It picks up the knocked out here. And the Moonblast from Xerneas knocks the ground down up to 2s. So 3 to 1 with the boosted Xerneas will Seal able to take up the advantage back to his side once again with the Kangaskhan and Xerneas here. So we still can have some chances because we have the fake out pressures onto the Xerneas and allowing Seal's Xerneas to boost with a Geomancy. But ignoring Rayquaza is still a big problems to Seal's side. Will Seal predicts some kind of protectings from Cheung's side, make use of it? Right, we'll see Link's shiny Kangaskhan Mega evolving. We do see a fake out onto the Xerneas. Jones didn't protect both of his Pokemons. Oh, we see a sword dance from the Rayquaza of Chance. But a dazzling gleams from Seals knocked out the Xerneas and putting a massive damage onto the Rayquazas of Chance. Is it really a wasted turns? The incoming Scrafty issuing this Intimidate on the both Pokemons. So fake out into the Xerneas and the Dragon Ascent onto the Kangaskhan should be able to seal up the game for Chant. or is there any creative play that Cheung could make? So time is running short, and Seal must choose her move on both of her Pokemons. So Fake Out on the Xerneas as predicted, and Sucker Punch on the Rayquaza. Will we be able to knock it out? Oh no, it survives. Thanks to the Intimidate. The crucial Intimidate makes the Sucker Punch fails, and the Dragoness lands without any doubt. After the Sword Dance could knock out the Mega Kangaskhan with one hit. So, a very brilliant game from Chance, and a clean 2-0 against Seal. So, congratulations to Chance for advancing into the finals, and we'll see you in the finals with featuring Chance teams.